Heard all these birds screaming outside the window, and on the road across from our yard, it looks like a squirrel got hit by a car, and it looked like the crows was eating it, but I see a big chicken hawk just came down. I don't know if I could, let me pull this. A big chicken hawk just came down, and let me open this window and open this screen. A big chicken hawk just came down, and it looks like not only did he take over and stopping them from eating, but it looks like the chicken hawk is physically trying to drag the carcass to the side so it can eat it on the side. I don't know if it's strong enough to lift it up. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Yeah, in front of it is the squirrel, and I don't know what kind of bird that. It might be a turkey buzzard or a chicken hawk, but it's eating the little but that's how the universal forces operate. You know, everything living at one day in time is going to die. Sometimes we get killed. Sometimes we kill ourselves by the way we live. Oh, they fighting. Oh, that little bird tried to snatch it. It's pretty. Oh, that's look like a little falcon or something. Wow, beautiful. Yeah, the bigger birds is coming. We'll go downstairs and go outside, go closer, but mind my business and respect that space. Oh, he picked it up. Yeah, the other birds, they want parts of that. This is like the streets. You got the package, they coming. You can hear them. Shout out the FA. We be like, oh, oh. That's the Supreme Angel call. Oh, he physically picked it up. In a minute, probably be able to fly off with it. But you notice in nature, you know, it's not on the tip like everybody's going to eat. He trying to make sure he eats. And the other one's like, we trying to eat too. That was a full, complete squirrel. They ate it down to like a half a squirrel in probably like a half an hour. The smaller birds just waiting on the leftovers. I saw these little birds. This one little bird, he was smart. He was hurry up. He was grubbing like a mouse, so I know he's full. We got a little creek out there, so it's a lot of like animals be down in that water right there, like groundhogs, and I be seeing little beavers and snakes and frogs and turtles, things of that, little lizards and stuff. But I also see a lot of rabbits around here. And across the street, it's like a wooded area, so a lot of deers be coming inside our backyard. I always throw out pieces of vegetables and fruit for them. But late at night, they'll come eat it. I know they be out there because when I wake up in the morning, it'll all be gone. Like pieces of bread or something we don't eat. Instead of wasting it, share it with the animals. Allah said, you know, everything created serves a purpose, even the insects of the earth. That don't mean that sometimes you can't remove them to further your causes. I mean, like if the rats come in my house, or the birds, or the spiders, or the around here we get like in the garage it'll be like crickets, little crickets and stuff. Like, oh, y'all got to go. I'd definitely be like, if I could get you out peacefully, you going out. But if y'all in there trying to infest or think y'all gonna set up a house in my house, nah, it's not happening, homie. You're gonna get exterminated, one way or the other. Yeah, it's picking up. I can't believe how flat that thing is. It's like a thin piece of leather left. It's the skin. They ate all the entrails, and it's like the law of polarity is a beautiful death. It has to die sometimes, but if that didn't die, they couldn't live. Look at the little bird. He like, you gonna break me off. See, that little bird ain't scared of that big bird. He like, come on, man. I can't get a cut. Let's see what he very good. Oh, he like, yeah, you got all these pieces laying around. He eating a little piece. He's like, you go ahead and you get the big. It's like in the streets. You know what I mean? Like, everybody ain't trying to move weight. They got little caps. The little bird, like, he's satisfied doing this little hustle on the side. There go cars. Make sure y'all don't get hit. We got little red. Oh, here come a car. Gotta move. Yeah, he got out of the way. And the driver intentionally didn't run over the dead animal, I respect. But we got these little red foxes around here too. Sometimes I see them run across the road at nighttime, be in a car or something. You gotta be careful with them deer, because you know, you startle them deer. Them things move so fast and they panic because of the bright lights of your car. You definitely don't want to hit them, and you definitely don't want them to hit you. So you could hurt them and they could definitely hurt you. Some of them be huge. That's Mother Nature's sanitation department. Like, we put the recycle out, we put our trash out twice a week, you know what I mean? Somebody got to handle that job in nature too. You know, you got to clean the dead carcasses out the ocean, so you're going to need certain species of fish to eat the dead, and same thing with the worms and maggots and flies and vultures and things on earth like pigs. They, you know, you gotta clean up the filth. And a lot of people say that these animals operate off of instinct and humans operate off of intelligence, but in reality, we all operate off of instinct and intelligence. You know, we have our consciousness, but we still have our reptilian brain. I mean, we still have that core base brain. I mean, you know, that fight or flight instinct, that survival instinct, that beast within. You know what I mean? You had that God without, the consciousness. You know what I mean? But the first law of nature, the messenger said, is self-preservation. Don't ever get it twisted. When it comes down to this type of reality, you're going to deal with reality. You would either be the dead squirrel getting picked apart, or you be the full bird that's chilling and grubbing. Look at the baby squirrel down there. I don't know if y'all can see the little baby squirrel just ran by. Let's shrink this down some. A little flower garden. I pulled it all up for the winter. The rocks is sinking because it was getting so much moisture and rain this year. They said on the news that in Pennsylvania, this was the wettest winter on record. That's how much water we got around here. It's bad and good. You know what I mean? But I love nature. A different thing in Pennsylvania, instead of it always being cold, always being hot, it's like we get all the seasons out here. We get the winter, we get the spring, we get the summer, we get the fall. You know what I mean? So it's like a balance. They come in the kind of a car. I don't want the cars to run over the bird. Now you got a dead bird. Yeah, he drove around it. The bird's so full that it didn't even fly away this time. The car could have hit him. I really would think that it would be full by now, but it's not. It's just gonna fatten up for the winter. I mean, get it in where I can. So when that snow comes, they be like, may not have nothing to eat for a minute. Some of these birds, they eat the food and then they fly back to that nest and they vomit some of it up so that babies can eat, little chicks can eat. And the cycle continues. But the thing about it, these birds didn't come eat this dead squirrel. There's different factors that would have came to. Of course, human beings, cars would have kept running it over, so it would have got more and more smashed, and this body parts would have been sticking to tires and dragging down the road. But every atom of that lost creature would eventually get recycled back into Mother Nature, meaning the trillions of insects would have crawled over there and everybody would just been taking little pieces and taking it back. You know what I mean? You know, bacteria, fungi, ants, you name it. You know what I mean? They all would have came out there just to eat that. And our neighbors come out walking their dogs and stuff. You know, the dogs come over there. The cats always run around by themselves. They would have came and picked it up if it was fresh like that. People would look at it like, it's a dead squirrel that got smashed. Yeah, but that's true. But what's also true is it lived a beautiful life when it was alive. You should have seen the squirrels. They always run around hopping and enjoying themselves. You know, you're here today, you're going tomorrow. This bird is really grubbing. I was real surprised that I didn't know it would do that like that, that it literally came in and did a home invasion and robbed the other birds. The crows had that. It came and took a look out in its mouth now. There's some beautiful falcons. I didn't even know that those little falcons was all around up in the woods like that. But I guess the way it fought with the falcon real quick, I think the falcon must have knew like you can't beat it, so it took it backed up. And he got it all to himself now. He's the king at the buffet table. It's the hunters and the hunted. That's nature. The bird's still eating out there. We'll go check on it. I can't hardly see from here. I'm gonna go downstairs to the patio in the yard. Hold on. I'm in the backyard. I don't want to scare the birds. See if I can zoom in on it without scaring it away. I see a car coming. Yeah. That be getting scared away. I know he's full. The other birds see the food left over, so now the other bird's coming. Yeah, you can hear the birds calling. So now the other birds is coming down. They're at the top of these trees. But they see my big behind out here with a I got this furry hoodie on. I look like a grizzly bear or something. So I'm gonna go back in the house and get out that way. Let them go ahead and finish eating.